Hey guys, it's Connor from HomeMoneyBlog.com. I'd like to welcome you to part 1. This is the official start of your free e-course. Now day 1 consists entirely of how you're going to plan your site. Planning is really the most overlooked step in internet marketing and business in general. People don't plan. A business is a serious venture. You don't want to just jump into it. And I know if you're anything like me, your first internet marketing business was kind of a cannonball into the great world of internet marketing. You didn't really have a plan. Didn't really know where you're going with it. You thought you had a good idea, a good domain, and you just kind of ran with it. It's really important that you carefully plan these things. So I just want to give you a few tips on how to effectively plan something that's actually going to be profitable for you. And now, the first step in planning a successful internet marketing business, or any business, is picking a market for yourself. And people are always asking me, how do you pick a market? There are really two schools of thought on how to pick a market. A lot of expert marketers will tell you, well, you need to go out there and do your research and find a market that's purely profitable and run with that. As soon as you find one that's profitable, go with it. And the problem with that is a lot of inexperienced marketers don't have the experience to jump into a market that they don't know anything about. You're not going to be good at writing sales copy. You're not going to be good at selling something that you don't really know something about. So that's why for new internet marketers, I really try to recommend what's called affinity marketing. This is, if you are familiar with You and Chia, you might know this idea. Basically, here's what I want you to do. Come up with a list of 5 things that you would consider yourself an expert in. Things that you would say you're pretty good at. That you think you could teach someone about. And I know you have a good sized list of these things, but it can be anything from cooking to guitar, computer programming, anything. Anything you think people need information about. And now, after you've done that, I want you to make another list of 5 things that you're interested in, but you wouldn't say you're an expert in. You wouldn't really say you're that good at yet. But it's really something that you have a passion for, that you really feel for strongly. Okay? So now you have a list of 10 things. What I want you to do is, there are some links provided below. These are some tools that you're going to use to check how profitable these keywords are. The main way I check if a keyword is profitable is Google Keyword Tools. What this will do for you is it's going to tell you how much traffic a specific keyword is getting in a month or per day if you want to calculate it out. So you want to try to find high traffic keywords that when you actually search in Google don't have a lot of indexed articles. So if you find a keyword that has 5,000 searches a month and 900 million indexed articles, probably not a very profitable niche. It's pretty saturated. You don't really want to get into it. The other way I like to judge how saturated a niche is how many pay-per-click ads there are on Google AdWords. So when you type in your keyword on Google, if you look to the right, there's a little sidebar that says sponsored links. If there are 95 ads already, you're going to have to pay a lot to get to the top to get that targeted traffic. It's probably not worth it. If there are only 5 ads, it's probably worth it because you're not going to have to pay a lot to be on the first page and get a lot of clicks. So those are really the 2 main ways I use. But like I said, at the bottom of this page, there's going to be a link or a couple links that'll give you more information on how to make sure these markets are profitable. Some step-by-step guides that I usually use. And I'll give you a link to the Google Keyword Research tool. And what I want you to do is take your 3 most profitable markets out of your list of 10 and just write them down somewhere. Mark them off as your 3 potential markets. These are going to be your 3 potential businesses. And don't do anything yet. Don't go and buy a domain name. Planning's not over yet. Just take it slow. And I'll see you guys at the next lesson.